things.
Yep.
For lack of a better way to put it.
Well, and that's the thing. There aren't that many sticks around here. They, even when they discontinued the long haul emergency broadcast system stuff, NPR immediately bought that tower. They're like, damn right. why are we going to build anything new? We can just hang our stuff there.
Live in the John Herges Cambridge Motor Studios, this is WCMP.
The following is a production of WCMP Sports.
And welcome in, sports fans. Andy Beckstrom on hand here at Brennan Field in Hinckley as we welcome you into WCMP Online broadcast for tonight's ball game between the Hinckley-Finlayson Jaguars and the Isle Huskies. So glad you could join us for tonight's matchup. Coming into tonight's game, Isle is 3-12 in the year, 1-8 in conference play. Their lone win came against the Onamia Panthers earlier this year. The Hinckley-Finlayson Jaguars, 12-4 in the year, 8-1 overall. A handful of losses came to Belle Plaine, Esco, Uppsala, and Pine City. I've been here for 3 of those. I've covered 4 games. I've seen just the 1 win, so I don't know if I'm necessarily a good luck charm for the Hinckley-Finlayson Jaguars, but we'll see what comes of tonight's game. Last year, of course, no games for anybody as the pandemic took over the world, and changed really a lot of things for everybody, and so we have to look 2 years ago for the most recent records for each of these squads. Isle 2 years ago was 7-12, 2-8 in conference play. They lost out in the postseason when they lost to East Central. Their last winning record, they were 14-9 in 2016. Hinckley-Finlayson, they're coming off of a long streak of winning records. They were 12-7 2 years ago, 8-2 in conference play, beating East Central and Bram in the postseason before bowing out in losses to Sabika and Monaga. Their last losing record was 2011 when they were 9-10. Otherwise, they have had a lot of success over the last 10-12 years. They've won 10 straight over the top of the Isle Huskies, dating back to May 14th, 2012, a 3-2 win in 8 innings by Isle in that game. Hinckley-Finlayson won last year's matchup 17-6, or 2 years ago, 17-6. As we get set for the first pitch of today's ball game, take a look at the Hinckley-Finlayson defense. Jacob Perotti will be on the mound. First up to bat will be Reese Risvold, takes a strike. Perotti throws home to Grice. First baseman will be Jaden Wilson. Lane Von Ruden at second. Max Storley at short. And Cole Barron out at third. Second pitch, tap back and foul. Left, right in the outfield, Brady Johnson, Griffin Steele, and Randy Scaff for the Jaguars. 0-2 count now to the leadoff batter and Reese Risvold. And the pitch missed high. Jacob Gallion, the shortstop, will follow him, followed by Daniel Miller, Willie Stalker, Joe Carlson, Joe Bistadu, TJ Reamer, Emilio Merrill, and Derek Smith. Joe Bistadu will be the DH in the number 6 spot, batting for Creedon Spengler, the first baseman. 2-2 pitch, cut on and fouled. Jammed him in on the hands. Risvold tried to fight that one off, but just came off the hands, went foul. Another 2-strike delivery now for Jacob Perotti. And the pitch, gonna miss outside, runs it full to the leadoff batter. First batter of the ball game here at Brennan Field. And the pitch, cut on and flared out towards first base. Wilson's gonna shallow over there and foul ground and puts that one away for the first out of the ball game. Jacob Gallion, the shortstop, will be the batter. Second batter now. Perotti sets and misses outside. Perotti with the 1-0 pitch, misses that one low. And 2-0 to the number 2 batter. And Jacob Gallion, the shortstop. Catcher Daniel Miller waits on deck as Gallion takes a strike. 2-1 now to the number 2 batter for the Isle Huskies. And misses outside. 3-1 now to Gallion. Set and the fire. It's going to be another strike. Runs the count full. Back-to-back full counts now to the first 2 batters. It's able to get Risvold to fly out to Jaden Wilson. We'll see what happens now on the payoff pitch to Gallion. That one's going to be cut on and drifting back towards deep short. Is going to drop in for a base hit in front of Brady Johnson, back of Max Storley. Storley was really the only one that had a chance at that one, but tough to see that one if you could see the shadows or where the sunshine is. It comes over kind of tough here at Brennan Field, looking towards left field. That'll drop in for a base hit. We'll keep an eye on Gallion now as he takes his lead off of first. And pitch misses outside. Gallion takes his lead off of first after the 1-out base hit. And the pitch, runner goes, throw down is going to be wide of second by a little bit. Van Ruden able to track that one down, and the stolen base by Gallion puts him in scoring position now as Isle threatens to take the lead. And the pitch swung on and missed. The set and the pitch. And a strike on the inside corner. Now runs the count even at 2-2. Set bound by Perotti. Check of the runner at second. And the runner's going to go to third now. The throw down to third and in safely. A good throw by Grice, but just not in time. Barron put it on him, but a hook slide by Gallion slid around the outside part of the bag and was able to get in there safely. And now full count delivery with one out. Now it's going to be a tapper back up the middle. It's going to get across to the shortstop, Max Storley, across to Wilson. And Wilson has it go off his glove. That'll be an uncharacteristic error. The run was going to come home to score. Gallion scores. Be an unearned, or an earned run, even though Miller reaches on an error. I'll bring up Willie Stalker now, the third baseman. Miller takes his lead off of first. Check of the runner. He's back safely. Set by Perotti. And the pitch catches the outside corner. So Perotti now works the top of the first. One run is in with one out. Check of the runner back safely. Miller reached on an error. The tapper out to short and the throw came across. And I don't know if Wilson took his eye off it or what happened, but hit his glove and went to stray. And the pitch, going to be a strike. 0-2 count now to the number 4 batter in Coach Tyler Soderstrom's lineup. And the pitch. That one's going to be a tapper out towards second base. Coming on, Van Ruden grabs it. And I don't know if he did make the play. He did get the out. I wasn't sure if it was going to be in time. He's able to get it. Miller will move up to second, and he'll be now in scoring position with 2 outs here in the first inning. Isle leads it 1-0. Takes a strike on the edge. Wind starting to pick up. Very stiff wind out here at Brennan Field. Trying to maybe take a look at the flags at some point, be able to see just how windy it really is. Flag almost straight out. That one cut on and lifted foul out of play by Carlson. The set and the pitch going to be high. 1-2 now to the center fielder, Joe Carlson. Joe Bistadu comes out on deck, the DH for the ball game. Bistadu batting for Creedon Spangler as another pitch just misses. Evens the count at 2-2 now with 2 outs, runner on second. Isle leads it 1-0 on a couple of stolen bases and then a reached on an error, cut on and missed, and that'll end the inning as Carlson goes down on strikes. That's the third out, but not before Isle gets one run on one hit. They leave one with one error in the inning, and after a half inning of play, it is 1-0 in favor of Isle. We'll be back on WCMP Online.
Kettle River Pizza is a proud supporter of sports teams and community organizations. Local groups and teams across the state have had amazing success with Kettle River Pizza fundraising. From sausage and pepperoni to chicken Alfredo or the hot Hawaiian, the cheesy deliciousness practically sells itself. Visit Kettle River Pizza Fundraising on Facebook to schedule your next fundraiser. It's so easy to get started. Got a pizza craving now? Pick up a Kettle River Pizza at your local grocery store or convenience store today. That's great tasting pizza.
This is a story we all share, of a place rooted in tradition and rich with opportunity, of people driven by compassion and vision. At Essentia Health, we're proud to play our role in this story, because we know that this place, these people, are like nowhere else. Visit Essentia Health in Hinckley, Sandstone, or our new location in Moose Lake for all your care needs. Schedule an appointment at essentiahealth.org today.
WCMP Online, Andy Beckstrom on hand here in Hinckley at Brennan Field as we get set for the bottom half of the first inning. Jaguars come to bat, now trailing 1-0. I'll put together a little bit of a rally, able to get a runner on in Gallion. Stole a couple of bases, put himself in a good position to score. With one out, a little tapper out to short allowed him to come home. The runner ended up reaching on an error, but a run would have scored regardless of what happened. So an earned run to start things off. Taking a look at the Isle defense, TJ Reamer on the mound for the Huskies. Back behind the plate will be Daniel Miller. First baseman Creedon Spengler. Second base Reese Risvold. Jacob Gallion at short. Willie Stalker over at third. Left, right in the outfield, Derek Smith, Joe Carlson, and Emilio Merrill. Leadoff batter is going to be Griffin Steele for the Jaguars. Center fielder for Coach Krieger. And the first pitch is going to be a strike. Steele will be followed by Jacob Grice and Jacob Perotti. Brady Johnson will be the number 4 batter, followed by Jaden Wilson, Randy Scaff, Cole Barron, Lane Von Ruden, and Max Storley. As a base hit is shot between third and short into left field. So Steele reaches on a single. Jacob Grice will be the batter now as we'll keep an eye on Steele. Takes a hefty lead off of first. They'll check him at first. And the short throw gets away from the first baseman, Spengler. But kind of the way Spengler had to go about the ball, ended up having to go over the top of him to go after it. And no chance to really be able to bounce up off the ground and advance. And the pitch. Going to be in the dirt. Runner does not go. The set now by Reamer. And the pitch. And they're going to throw back. Looks like they're going to throw down to first, but Miller throws back to the pitcher. Just wants to try to see if he can keep Steele honest over at first before trying to take off. As Grice awaits the pitch. And it's going to be a ball high, 3-0 to the number 2 batter. And whether Reamer is worried about the runner at first or not, whether that's affecting his pitching, it's definitely affecting what the defense is doing. And the pitch is going to be a strike. Grice didn't necessarily want that pitch to try to swing at. He didn't disagree with it was a strike, but it wasn't really his preferred pitch to swing at. Let that one go by. This one's going to be down the middle and hammered out towards left field. It's going to drop for a base hit. Rounding and heading to third is going to be Steele. He's going to be in safely. And with the throw there, following the play smartly, a good heady baseball play, Jacob Grice. Single and then advances on the throw. Speed will do that for you. Grice took off right away off the crack of the bat, or Steele rather took off. Put himself in a good position to try to be able to advance as a pitch is taken high by Perotti. 1-0 to the Jaguar pitcher. Pitch misses high. Jaguars playing the infield in, trying to be able to try to cut a ball off. The pitch by Reamer. This is going to be shot towards right field. Backing off on that one's going to be Merrill and puts that one away. One run will come home to score as Merrill records the first out. So Brady Johnson now, he's pitched every game that I've seen. Perotti has pitched in every game that I've been here, but has not started. Gallion tried to, the throwback to second, Grice got back safely, and Gallion tried to spin off and head towards center as if they were throwing the ball away. But Grice did not take off on that one. Pitch by Reamer now to Johnson. Misses outside. And the pitch swung on and missed. Set by Reamer now. Runner leads off a second. And the pitch shot out towards second base is going to get off into center field. And that'll bring Grice home. RBI single for Johnson. Well, Jaden Wilson will be the batter now with Brady Johnson on at first. Keep an eye on Johnson as well. Curveball is a strike. Two runs in for the Jaguars, one recorded out. They lead it 2-1 here in the bottom of the first. Pitch by Reamer, fastball in the dirt. It's going to come all the way back to the screen. That allows Johnson to move up into scoring position at second base. Wilson takes a pitch. Run the count to 2-1. Out of the Jaguar first baseman. Johnson off a second. And the pitch home. Curveball misses high. Randy Scaff waits on deck. Set by Reamer, and the pitch. Going to be inside, and Wilson will be on. It's Randy Scaff now the batter with runners on first and second, one out here in the bottom half of the first inning. Jaguars, Griffin Steele and Jacob Grice, first two batters came home to score. Lead runner goes, hit and run, chopper out towards short. Glove there, throw across, and it's not going to be in time. Stretching after that one, Spengler couldn't quite reach it, and it skipped in front of him and got away. So Scaff will reach on an error. Brady comes around to score on the ball that gets thrown away. Wilson's going to advance to third. That'll be Cole Barron now. And pitch inside. Scaff off of first, Wilson off of third. And the pitch home is going to be low. Scaff takes off down to third. They cut the ball off halfway, and Scaff will be in with a stolen base. And the pitch going to be high. 2-1. Now to Cole Barron. Runner second and third as the infield moves in. At least at short and third. Curveball comes in there, catches that inside corner. Evens the count 2-2 now with Lane Von Ruden on deck. It'll be Max Storley, and then the Jaguars should turn the lineup around to the top. Pitch is going to be well in the dirt. That one bounced good 3-4 feet in front of the plate on that one. Barron held off on that one. Runs the count full now with one out. And the pitch, going to be a tapper to third. Gloved there, and the throw home. They're going to get the out recorded at home. Wilson ran right into it. Willie Stalker got that one. He was in on the grass. Took that one hopper, just went directly home on it. Barron's going to reach on a fielder's choice. On the play, Scaff moves up to third. So runners first and third now. With Barron and Scaff on, it'll be Lane Von Ruden with Max Storley on deck. And the pitch, going to be high. Runner goes. They're going to throw down. And miscommunication in the infield. That one's going to head out towards center field. Gallion peeled off as if to kind of decoy, and Risvold never came across to cover the bag. So the ball goes into center field. Barron not only gets second, but on the throw. On the throw, he comes across. Scaff comes home to score. His run will be an unearned run. As will Barron and anything else that happens this inning. 3 runs in, they are all earned. After the foul ball, 2-2 now to Von Ruden. With 2 outs, curveball swung on and missed. He got picked up, and Von Ruden is tagged out on a 2 unassisted. That'll be the 3rd out of the inning, but not before the Jaguars answer back with 4 runs, 3 earned on 3 hits in the inning. There was 1 error, or correction, 2 errors, and 2 left on base. After 1 inning complete, Hinckley leads it 4-1. We'll be back here to Brennan Field and Hinckley, where we return on WCMP Online.
Getting the kids to practice on time. Remembering if it's your day to bring snacks. Making it to the game with a clean jersey. Why are simple things sometimes so complicated? Thankfully, with Auto Owners, insurance doesn't have to be one of them. Auto Owners works with independent agents who answer when you call, so you can worry about more important things, like whether your kid is going to run toward first or third base. That's simple human sense.
Visit Town & Country Insurance in Finlayson, Hinckley, or Mora today at townandcountry-ins.com.
Is winter ending? Spring coming? Hopefully soon. But at Aquarius Home Services, we know your furnace has been working hard, and we know warm weather will come. That means it's the perfect time to tune up both your furnace and air conditioner. During March, you can have both done for just $49. Yep, both for just $49. At Aquarius, you'll get amazing professional service and no surprise upfront pricing. We're just a click away at AquariusHomeservices.com. Aquarius, earning the right to be recommended.
WCMP online. Andy Beckstrom on hand here in Hinckley as we work our way into the second inning of play. Perotti back on the mound. Will pitch to Bistadu, the DH. Swung on and tapped that one foul up the first base line. 4-1 is our score here after one inning of play between Isle and Hinckley. Sent by Perotti. And the pitch just misses outside. And that one's going to miss outside as well. Perotti trying to work that outside corner. Has missed a couple of times out there. Run a couple of counts full. And the pitch cut on and tapped foul. Even the count at 2-2. Grice comes out to talk to his pitcher. Maybe just discuss just attacking. Let him put it in play. Let the defense play. Back behind him. 2-2 delivery. Going to miss outside. Full count delivery now. It's going to miss outside, and he's going to walk Bistadu as the leadoff batter. TJ Reamer now, the pitcher, will be your batter. He'll be followed by Emilio Merrill and Derek Smith. The set, and the pitch is going to be a strike. The upper edge of the zone, but Reamer, a very tall player. Expands that strike zone a little bit. Bistadu off of first. The set by Perotti. That one's going to be a tapper up the first base line and picked up foul by Grice. It's a little runner, and if that hits a rock or a divot or something, that might skip fair. So he had to make sure that it was fully fair, or fully foul rather, instead of on the white line, as the white is still fair. Pitch swung on and fouled straight back out of play. Perotti takes a peek at the runner at first now with a two-strike delivery. Cut on and missed, and Reamer is down on strikes for the first out. So Merrill will be the batter now, the number 8 batter, followed by Derek Smith before Isle turns their lineup over for the first time. They were able to put things together and get a run in the first inning, mostly created by Gallion, as he stole second and third, as Perotti misses high. 1-0 now to Merrill. The set. And the pitch, cut on, fouled. Bistadu off of first. Perotti sets, and the pitch, fouled wide of first. Kind of resetting his feet as he was swinging at that one. Merrill was able to still get a piece of that one and shoot it just foul. See what Bistadu has for a pitch here now, 1-2. Goes the fastball, strikeout of Merrill will be the second out of the inning. That'll bring up Derek Smith. Third strikeout of the ball game for Perotti. Smith, and then back to the top of the lineup with Griswold. Should Smith reach? And pitch is going to be a little bit high. Brody now stick to a 4-1 lead. And the delivery cut on and missed. Evens count 1-1. Bistadu takes his lead off of first. Reached on a walk. It's been strikeout, strikeout. And now a 2-strike count to the number 9 batter, Derek Smith. Brody looking for third punch out of the inning. And he's able to get it. Backwards K on that one. Caught the outside corner for strike 3. 3 strikeouts in the inning. 1 left on the walk. But no runs, no hits, no errors in the inning. As Brody has a fairly clean inning. Just the walk, leadoff walk, and strands him at first. 4-1 is the lead by the Jaguars. They come to bat in the bottom of the second. We return on WCMP Online.
At Aquarius in Connecticut, it's about making things easier, better. With on-demand efficiency, Connecticut solves problems like orange rust stains, white scale buildup, funny odors, and removes contaminants. Whether city or well, it's amazing water every day. Contact Aquarius Home Services, your local authorized Connecticut dealer, to schedule your free water analysis and save up to 25% on a new Connecticut system. At Aquarius, our goal is to always provide amazing service and earn the right to be recommended. We're just a click away at ConnecticutMN.com.
M Health Fairview brings world-class care to North Branch. You'll have access to the latest groundbreaking research discoveries combined with convenient care close to home. In North Branch, their dedicated care team specializes in family medicine, diabetes education, and physical therapy. Most of the staff and providers from the Pine City Clinic are now available in North Branch. To schedule an appointment, call 1-855-FAIRVIEW or use MyChart. Urgent care is also available Monday through Friday from noon till 8 and 9 till 5 on the weekends.
WCMP Online, Andy Beckstrom on hand at Brennan Field as we work our way through inning number 2 here at Brennan. Max Story to lead things off. And the pitch going to be in the dirt outside to Storley. Storley, the number 9 batter, will wrap back up to the top of the order. Griffin Steele and Jacob Grice, the next scheduled batters. And a pitch misses just a little bit. 2-0 now to the number 9 batter. That one up over the top of the helmet of Storley for ball number 3. Trying to be able to reach as a leadoff batter for the top of the order. It's going to be a strike thrown in there quickly as Reamer got set and threw that pitch immediately. Allen cut on and flared out back of shortstop. And nobody went after that one. Carlson did not come on at all. I don't know if he's seen it at all. We talked about the sun on that side. Affects even center just a little bit, and I don't know that he ever even seen it because he did not move at all. That falls in for a base hit. It was going to be well back a short, and I think it was going to fall in behind shortstop. That one's going to be a tapper wide to third, and bobbled is coming across that, and it's Stalker. Thought he had it gloved, and on the exchange, just couldn't quite come up with it. So Steele will reach on an error. Likely just trying to take the lead runner. Just got ahead of himself a little bit on the exchange, trying to be able to get it across to his hand to toss it ahead to Risvold. Just couldn't quite connect with that one. So runners first and second now with nobody out. Grice squared to bunt, but pulled that one back to take a ball low and outside. That one's going to be a pitch that misses high. See what they put on now with Grice. Runners take their leads on first and second. Runners go. Pitch outside, and nobody was covering third. Stalker came crashing in looking for a bunt, but Grice never squared. So a double steal. Miller's got a pretty darn good arm, but there was just nobody to throw it to on that one, as that one's going to miss low and will load the bases as Grice will reach on a walk. So Perotti now with bases full, looking to help his own cause, leading 4-1. Nobody out here in the bottom half of the second inning. He'll be followed by Brady Johnson and Jaden Wilson, so E.J. Reamer can't afford to do much here. He's going to have to go after him. First pitch swing is going to be shot back of first, and chasing after that one is going to fall between Spengler and Merrill, and it's just going to be one run that's going to come home to score as everybody had held up, awaiting. So Storley will come home to score. Kind of a little bit of a duck snort or a Texas leaguer, if you will, but enough to get the base hit for Perotti and an RBI. And the set is going to be well outside. Nice stop by Miller. Brady Johnson now 2-0. He's going to look to square something up as, again, nowhere to put him, and another dangerous hitter on deck, and an off-speed pitch misses high. Johnson sat back on that one, but did not want to chase the high curveball. Now a 3-0 count. And takes a strike at the knees. It was a little bit of a look by Johnson, but didn't like it enough to offer at it. We'll see what happens now. 3-1 for Reamer. To Johnson, and the pitch misses high. He's going to walk him. And for Brady Johnson, that's a walk in his second RBI. He's 1-for-1 base hit in the walk. Jaden Wilson reached on a walk in his first at-bat and then was thrown out at home, or tagged out at home. 5-2 on the tag out. Bases full of Jaguars, and Reamer misses inside. 2-0 now to the number 5 batter. Jaden Wilson, then Randy Scaff. Scaff came up with the bases loaded in the first inning. Chance to possibly do it again in the second. Pitch, this one's going to be hammered to left. It's going to be well back over the top of Derek Smith. 1 run comes home to score. 2 run comes home to score. 3rd runner is going to come around and easily come in standing up on the hammered double by Jaden Wilson. He found a pitch to hit and drove that one. Scored all 3 runners. And right off the bat, it's going to be a tapper up the middle. Growled by Gallion, and the out is recorded. Scaff, first pitch swinging. They record the first out. Wilson will move up to 3rd. That'll bring up Cole Barron. And Wilson on that double, he'll get 2 RBIs on it out of the 3, as the other one was an unearned runner. The set now by Reamer, and his spinner goes outside. Barron offered at it, swung through it. 1-1 count now with 1 out here in the bottom of the second inning. Hinckley now leads it 9-1. As they put 5 on the board so far, I should say, here in the second inning. Cole Barron, your batter, with the runner on 3rd. That one's going to be lifted back of Gallion. Driving in after that one is going to be Carlson, but he's not going to get there. It'll be a base hit. And Wilson will come home to score. And it'll be an RBI single by Barron. We'll bring up Lane Von Ruden. Von Ruden struck out in his first at-bat. He'll come up now with Barron leading off for first. And the pitch is going to be high. And 2-0 now as another pitch misses high. Off of first is going to be Barron. As strike is called, 2-1. Von Ruden, the second baseman. And the pitch swung on and missed. Runner goes, throw down, and in safe is Barron. Von Ruden now 2-2 with a runner on second. And the pitch by Reamer is going to be miss high. He's going to run the count full. Max Storley, who led off the inning with a single, awaits on deck. Now it's going to be lifted to center. It's going to be Carlson moving back and across to right center. He's able to make the catch in deep left center, I should say. And that's able to hold Barron at second. Barron potentially could have tagged up on the play. So we'll see what Storley can do now with his second at-bat of the inning. Throw back to second and just barely in safely is Barron. Awfully close at second. Pitch by Reamer is going to miss inside. The set by Reamer. And the pitch going to be on the outside corner. Tapper towards short. Up by Gallion. Across to first. And it's going to be in the dirt. And it's going to get away from Spengler. And the runner will come home to score. Gallion's had a couple of those where he's had an opportunity, but just didn't have quite the oomph to be able to get it all the way across to first and short-armed it a little bit to Spengler. Spengler, I only have a roster that just has names and numbers, but it doesn't have any other information. Spengler appears to be very young. He's playing first for this Husky squad. That's going to be shot right back up the middle, and a base hit by Steele. Makes him now 2 for 3. Reached all 3 times. But earlier in this inning, I should say, he reached on an error. He actually reached on a fielder's choice. But the error ended up not allowing a out to be recorded, as they were trying to be able to get Grace at second. Or Storley at second, rather, and it was just bobbled by the third baseman, Stalker. Pitch going to be high inside, and it caught him. Grice hit by pitch. And now, once again, bases full of Jaguars. And Perotti will be the batter. It's the second time this inning Perotti's had the bases full for him. In his previous at-bat, he had a single that just lobbed up over the top of Spengler at first, and nobody was also just got the one run to come across. And another one inside. Going to be 2-0. Jaguars lead it 11-1 here in the second inning. And a strike taken. Brody just waiting for his opportunity. Had a sac fly, RBI sac fly in the first, and the RBI single. This is going to be an RBI single shot out towards right center. And a long run, throw back in by Carlson. It's going to be cut off. And it'll be a 2-run double to right center field. On the play, Perotti just took off to second right out of the gate, as shading over the other direction was Carlson. So 2 runs come home to score on the Perotti double. That'll be Brady Johnson now with runners second and third. Weimer misses outside to run a 2-0. (13-1) now is our score. Tapper back wide of the pitcher. And Stalker across to Spengler, able to record the out. And that will be the end of the second inning. 5-3 on the putout. Ends the damage, but not before the Jaguars put up 9 runs in the inning to take a 13-1 lead. We'll come back here to Brennan Field for the top of the third inning for the Isle Huskies when we return on WCMP Online.
Minnesota. It's home. Hot summers at the lake, beautiful falls, snowy winters, and rainy springs. We experience it all. Make sure you're ready to handle whatever this state throws at you with help from Minnesota Equipment in Isani. Minnesota Equipment carries brands you love, like John Deere, Steel, Toro, Gravely zero-turn mowers, and Aaron snowblowers. Their helpful staff can not only get you the equipment you need, but can help you maintain it so it will last. Plus, they carry a full line of farm equipment. Minnesota Equipment in Isani. Online at minnesotaequipment.com.
Are you interested in a technical degree that can quickly help you land your dream career? Or maybe you've always dreamed of going to a 4-year college, but you'd like to start close to home. Either way, Pine Technical and Community College has you covered. PTCC offers more than 50 degrees in hot fields like healthcare information technology, advanced manufacturing, and business. PTCC is now accepting applications. Financial aid may be available. Online at pine.edu. Starting out or starting over, find your future at Pine Technical and Community College.
If you've been injured in an auto accident or have sustained other personal injury, you don't have to leave town to get good representation. Spear and Swanson attorneys at law in Pine City are experienced and will work on your case with no fee until they get you money. They also handle divorce and custody cases, criminal defense, including DWI and other legal matters. Spear and Swanson is your local law firm that cares about you. So if you need legal representation or advice, call 320-629-7586. Spear and Swanson, attorneys at law in Pine City.
WCMP Online, Andy Beckstrom on hand back here in Hinckley at Brennan Field. Move our way to the top of the third inning. Hinckley has opened up a 13-1 lead over the top of the Isle Huskies. And back to the top of the order go the Huskies with Reese Risvold. 0 for 1 with the fly out to the first baseman in his first at-bat. That was going to be a tapper out towards Von Ruden. Up with it, across to Wilson, and 4-3 on the putout is the first out of the inning. That'll bring up now Jacob Gallion. Gallion made everything happen in the first inning as he singled, stole second, stole third, and then came home to score on ultimately what became an error, but looked like a ground out. Hinckley kind of conceding the run to come home. Brody gets a strike on him, and now 0-2 to Gallion. And Brody gets the strikeout. Gets it on the lower edge of the zone. Gallion, I think, thought maybe it was a little bit low, but nonetheless took it for strike 3. That'll bring up Daniel Miller, rather. Miller reached on an error. Swung on the first pitch, straight up. Grice back after it and puts that one away. He's able to hold on to it. Bobbled it a little, but able to put that one away for the third out. 3 up, 3 down. No runs, no hits, no errors. Nobody left in the aisle half of the third inning. We move our way now to the bottom half of the third inning. Hinckley will come back to the plate when we return on WCMP Online.
Wellia Health offers sports medicine services at all our campuses in Mora, Pine City, and Hinckley. Dr. Mullen and his team treat a full range of sports injuries for all athletes at any level of competition. If you are injured, we want to help you return to the game as quickly and as safely as possible, providing the sports medicine care you need when you need it to help you live life well with Wellia Health. Call 320-679-1313 to schedule for any location.
Kettle River Pizza is a proud supporter of sports teams and community organizations. Local groups and teams across the state have had amazing success with Kettle River Pizza fundraising. From sausage and pepperoni to chicken Alfredo or the hot Hawaiian, the cheesy deliciousness practically sells itself. Visit Kettle River Pizza fundraising on Facebook to schedule your next fundraiser. It's so easy to get started. Got a pizza craving now? Pick up a Kettle River Pizza at your local grocery store or convenience store today. That's great tasting pizza.
WCMP Online, Andy Beckstrom on hand here in Hinckley at Brennan Field, home of the Jaguars, also home of the Hinckley Knights Town Ball Squad. Beautiful place to be able to do broadcast some ball, play some ball, watch some ball. Definitely recommend it if you have an opportunity to be able to get out and about to check things out. It's a great place to be able to watch some baseball. Jaden Wilson's going to be the batter. He is 1 for 1. He did reach on a walk in the first, made it as far as third, but then got thrown out trying to score. Then had a 2 RBI double in his second at-bat. This one's going to be flared to left and put away by Derek Smith for the first out. So 1 pitch, 1 out. Randy Scaff will be the batter. Grounded out in the second and then reached on an error and scored in the first. Part of a 4-run inning to lead things off. Off-speed pitch misses well high by Reamer. And the pitch, that one's going to be low. He runs the count now 2-0 to the number 6 batter. Cole Barron waits on deck. Pitch is going to be in the dirt. Nice pick by Miller. The set by Reamer. And misses inside. Cole Barron will be the batter now. He is 1 for 2. Reached on a fielder's choice, advanced on an error. Singled and stole a base in his second at-bat, RBI single. First pitch swinging out towards short. Room service hop up to Gallion, but it kind of hit the heel of his glove and it kind of ate him up a little bit. And Barron will reach on an error. Bring up Lane Von Ruden. Von Ruden 0 for 2, strikeout and a flyout. His 2 at-bats. Scaff off of first, Barron off of second, and the pitch home. Catches the outside corner for a strike. 0-1 to the number 8 batter. Max Storley waits on deck. It's going to be shot down the left field line. Will it stay fair or stay in play? No, it does not. The left field line kind of juts out a little bit where the stanchions are and where some of the bullpen areas are. So that one had just enough push to be able to make it out of play. So now an 0-2 delivery. This one's going to be fouled straight back and out of play. The set and the pitch going to be in the dirt. 1-2 now with runners first and second, one out here in the home half of the third inning. A throw back to second and over the top of Risvold into center field, and both, well, Scaff will advance. Looks like they held up Barron, as kind of hard to advance when the ball comes right back to where he's at. And the pitch, this one's going to be shot towards left field. It's going to be a base hit and a run scored. Lane got that hold of that one. He's got himself a base hit. Scaff comes home to score. So it'll be the RBI for Von Ruden. Barron will move up to second. That'll bring up Max Storley. Storley has reached and scored in both of his at-bats. A single in the second in his first at-bat, and then reached on an error and scored in his second at-bat, both in the second inning. That ball's going to get away from Miller. Come back to the screen. Both runners will move up. This is where things get a little bit interesting here as well. Speaking of wild pitches, as Barron will lead off a third. That one's going to be a curveball, misses inside. But a wild pitch here at Brendan is always a little bit interesting. Out on the base paths, gets away, you usually be able to advance. That one's going to be high, and it's going to be a walk to Storley. But if you're on third, Hunter Kellish is going to be the batter now for Griffin Steele. And the pitch is going to be low. It's going to get away to the backstop, and this is what I was talking about. Here comes Barron to the plate. Throw comes back. It's going to go all the way back up the middle. Nobody else gets a secondary advance. But that was something I was just talking about, that it's such a different place. As soon as the ball gets away, you have to commit to going home or not going home. If you wait to read the ball, you're not going to be able to score at all. You may as well just stay where you're at. The problem is at the base of the screen back behind, there is a section about a foot high of wood paneling, and if it hits that, it's going to come right back to the catcher or the pitcher even, depending on the carom that you get, and you couldn't even get halfway down the line and you'd be dead in the water. That pitch gets away from Miller, but able to track that one enough that batters stay where they're at. Von Ruden off a third, Storley off a second. Kellish with the swing and tap foul. The set and the pitch going to be fouled back and up and out of play. Pitch home is going to miss. Kellish has now run the count full. Fouled off a couple pitches and stayed alive. And the pitch cut on and strike out. Jacob Grice will be the batter now. See if Steele re-enters or if Kalish comes into play. In a 13-1 ball game, or 15-1 ball game, excuse me. Rice looking to be able to tack a couple more on the board, maybe. It's going to be low and outside. Perotti and Johnson wait on deck and in the hole. Pitch by Reamer, sitting back on that one. Lifted foul, chasing after it, and diving is going to be Miller. Can't come up with it. Miller couldn't quite come up with it, gave a good run at it, but just couldn't quite make the play. So new life now for Grice, and swung on, fouls this one out of play. Huge gap in the right center field area. That one's going to be ripped down the third baseline. Gloved there by Stocker, the long throw across, and dug out by Spengler for the third out. Nice play all around on that one. Looked like it was going to be a double tag down the line, but Stocker able to make the play and the throw across to Spengler with a nice pick over at first. Hinckley still adds 2 more runs on 1 hit. They leave 2 out on the base paths. And it's 15-1. After 3 innings of play, we move to the 4th on WCMP Online.
This is a story we all share, of a place rooted in tradition and rich with opportunity, of people driven by compassion and vision. At Essentia Health, we're proud to play our role in this story, because we know that this place, these people, are like nowhere else. Visit Essentia Health in Hinckley, Sandstone, or our new location in Moose Lake for all your care needs. Schedule an appointment at essentiahealth.org today.
Getting the kids to practice on time. Remembering if it's your day to bring snacks. Making it to the game with a clean jersey. Why are simple things sometimes so complicated? Thankfully, with auto owners, insurance doesn't have to be one of them. Auto Owners works with independent agents who answer when you call, so you can worry about more important things, like whether your kid is going to run toward first or third base. That's simple human sense.
Visit Town & Country Insurance in Finlayson, Hinckley, or Mora today at townandcountry-ins.com.
WCMP Online, Andy Beckstrom on hand here for your WCMP sponsors. I want to appreciate all of them for being on board for the spring season. A lot of baseball and a lot of softball yet to be played, although we do enter the final week of the regular season here momentarily, as each of these teams only have a game or 2 left before postseason play. So we're wrapping things up quite quickly. I'll try to keep you abreast of everything that happens in postseason play and get you set for everything up and coming. Stay tuned to WCMPradio.com/broadcast schedule, where you likely found the link for today's game. You'll be able to find potential video links for future games, as well as what might be coming up. Also follow us on Facebook and Twitter with WCMP Radio. Be able to get an idea of what games we might be covering and where we might be at. Try to be able to bring as much as we can here when we reach the postseason, as it's a 1-2 count right away to Willie Stocker, who just made a nice play. He's going to flip that one towards first. A lot of spin on it. It's going to stay fair, and he's going to reach on an infield single. Perotti picked it up and tried to tag him, but Stocker was fast enough to get by him, and by that time it was too late to try to throw it. So Stocker will reach on an infield single. Played cleanly by Perotti, just couldn't reach him to tag him out. That'll bring up center fielder Joe Carlson. Sent by Perotti. And the pitch, going to miss low and outside. 1-0. 15-1 is our score as Hinckley leads it over the top of the Isle Huskies. Top of the fourth inning, we are going to have to play at least a fifth. That's where the run rule would come into play. And it's set now by Perotti. Runner goes, pitch inside, throw down to second, and not in time. Good throw by Kreis, just a little bit high. Stalker in with the stolen base. Seen this in the first, Gallion stole second, then stole third. So we'll keep an eye on Stalker if he takes off again. If they even try to check him back at second, Perotti fires home. It's going to be flied out wide to the first base line and just foul. Whether Carlson tried to get in the way or not, he kind of held Perotti up from being able to make a play on that one, allowing that one to go foul. (15-1) our score. Isle looking to try to be able to get another one in. Pitch taken just a little bit high. Grice held it there for an extra second, thinking maybe he had something, but home plate umpire thought that one was just a hair on the outside upper zone. Stalker takes his lead off a second, and the pitch is going to be inside, awfully close to Carlson. Didn't catch a jersey. But it doesn't run the count full at 3-2. Cut on and missed, and Carlson will go down on strikes. Joe Bistadu will be the batter now. Bistadu is not having an official at-bat. He reached on a walk in his previous at-bat. Now it's going to be a pitch high, taken for a ball. Perotti sets, and the pitch going to miss low. And 2-0 now to Bistadu, who walked in his previous at-bat after 2-0. Grice went out to talk to Perotti. Seemed to settle down for a little bit after that, but now back-to-back balls as the runner goes. This one's going to be tapper towards first. Wilson's going to pick it up and play it himself and record the out, 3 unassisted. But that does allow Stalker to move up. He took off on the play. TJ Reamer will be the batter now. Set and the pitch. Strike. Across the heart of the plate. 2 outs here in the top of the fourth inning. 15-1. Hinckley leads it. Isle threatening with a runner on third. Ian Stalker takes his lead, and the pitch to Reamer is going to be flipped out towards second, and across for that one is going to be Van Ruden. Puts that one away for the third out. Third out recorded. Hinckley gets no runs on the one hit. They leave one, and after 3.5, it is going to be 15-1 in favor of the Jaguars. We'll come back here to Brennan Field. We return on WCMP Online.
Is winter ending? Spring coming? Hopefully soon. But at Aquarius Home Services, we know your furnace has been working hard, and we know warm weather will come. That means it's the perfect time to tune up both your furnace and air conditioner. During March, you can have both done for just $49. Yep, both for just $49. At Aquarius, you'll get amazing professional service and no surprise upfront pricing. We're just a click away at AquariusHomeservices.com. Aquarius, earning the right to be recommended.
At Aquarius and Connecticut, it's about making things easier, better. With on-demand efficiency, Connecticut solves problems like orange rust stains, white scale buildup, funny odors, and removes contaminants. Whether city or well, it's amazing water every day. Contact Aquarius Home Services, your local authorized Connecticut dealer, to schedule your free water analysis and save up to 25% on a new Connecticut system. At Aquarius, our goal is to always provide amazing service and earn the right to be recommended. We're just a click away at ConnecticutMN.com.
M Health Fairview brings world-class care to North Branch. You'll have access to the latest groundbreaking research discoveries combined with convenient care close to home. In North Branch, their dedicated care team specializes in family medicine, diabetes education, and physical therapy. Most of the staff and providers from the Pine City Clinic are now available in North Branch. To schedule an appointment, call 1-855-FAIRVIEW or use MyChart. Urgent care is also available Monday through Friday from noon till 8 and 9 till 5 on the weekends.
WCMP Online, Andy Beckstrom on hand here for Isle and Hinckley baseball as we work our way through the fourth inning of play. As we have some rearranging almost all over the place in the field. As TJ Reamer, who started this game, now will move over to first. He will be done for the afternoon. And with Reamer out of the ball game, he will be replaced by Willie Stalker, the third baseman. Into play third is going to be Bistadu, the DH. Bistadu was batting for Creedon Spangler. So Spangler will be out of the ball game. So Spangler out of the ball game as Reamer takes over at first, Bistadu takes over at third, and Stalker in to pitch for the Isle Huskies. He'll pitch to leadoff man Jacob Perotti. Perotti in his 3 at-bats. Sacrifice fly with an RBI, single with an RBI and scored, and then another single in his second at-bat in the second inning. Pretty good day for him, 2 for 2 with a pair of RBI and a run scored. Pitch is going to be inside. Both teams kind of taking a look at their bench just a little bit. Isle, at least coming into this, did not have anybody really on their bench. They had 10, with their 10th player being Bistadu to DH. But they only had 10 in their dugout. They have now, as I kind of glance down there, have 5 or 6 different players that have now come over from the JV squad. That one's going to be a tapper back up the middle and a base hit for Jacob Perotti. Squares that one right back up the gut. Base hit into center field. Make him 3 for 3. Reached 3 times in the sacrifice fly. Now in the previous inning, Hunter Kellish did stay in for Griffin Steele in center. Now we have a pinch hitter in Luke Knutson batting for Brady Johnson. We'll have to keep an eye if he stays in and left or if Johnson re-enters. Perotti off of first. And pitch is going to be inside, almost hit him. Johnson in his 3 at-bats had an RBI single in the first, a walk and a ground out in the second. His walk did give him an RBI as bases were loaded at the time. 2-1 now as pitch in the dirt to Knudsen. Brody takes a small lead off of first. He's not going anywhere. As as Knudsen takes a strike down the middle of the plate. 2-2 now to the pinch hitter. Jaden Wilson awaits on deck. The set by Stalker is a strike 3 called. And the first out of the inning is recorded. Jaden Wilson will be the batter. He will bat in his spot. Isaac Pitts comes out on deck next for Coach Krieger. That pitch is going to be in the dirt. Gets away from Miller, but not very far. He's able to corral that one and get it back to Stalker. And strike taken by Wilson, evens the count 1-1. And the pitch. It's going to be a strike on the outside corner, but definitely in the wheelhouse of Wilson. Wilson in his 3 at-bats so far. A walk, a flyout, and then a 2 RBI double as part of a 9-run second inning. As they sent 14 to the plate, I should say. Check swing. Wilson thought about it, but takes it for a ball. Runs the count full. Off of first is Perotti. Stalker sets. And the pitch going to be in the dirt, and it'll be a walk. Wilson reaches on a walk and going to go to the bench for a pinch runner. Trey Visser comes in to bat, or comes in to run, I should say. So Visser will be on to run for Perotti at second. And Isaac Pitts will be the batter for the Jaguars. Takes the ball just outside. Runners first and second here with 1 out in the home half of the 4th inning. At this point, with a 15-1 lead, Hinckley, whatever they do here, they just need to get 3 more outs. As that pitch gets away from Miller, both runners advance. Now it'll put Stalker back into the full wind as he sets and delivers another short hopper that Miller smothers. The ump had kicked that one a couple of times, didn't know that he had it in front of him. Light's not on yet here in Hinckley. I think they're maybe waiting to see if they get out of this inning, if they get the 3 quick outs in the top of the 5th. Cut on and missed by Pitts. Set by Stalker. The wind and a strike in the outside corner. Now fills it. 3-2 with 1 out. Stalker trying to battle all the way back and be able to get the out here against Pitts. Pitts thought he had a walk all worked out. And he will get it as that pitch is going to be inside. So now bases loaded for Barron, third baseman for the Jaguars. Pitch going to be in the dirt, gets away from Carlson, not far enough for anybody to reach. One out in the fourth. And pitch going to be inside. Just missed him. Set, and the pitch. That one's going to be a tapper back up the middle, and it's going to get gobbled up by Gallion. Tried to flip it back, but Risvold had ran past second and was not on second. They had a chance, but Barron will reach on an infield single. Kind of a fielder's choice because he did go to second with the play, but I don't think there was any chance he was going to be able to get him. So Barron reaches on a single. That'll bring up now Lane Von Ruden. Strikeout and a flyout, and then an RBI single in the third. One of only 4 batters that didn't get a second at-bat in the second inning. 14 came to the plate for the Jaguars in that inning. 9 of them came home. As we got one more run in here now as the wind picks up a little bit. A breezy night here at Brennan. Bases loaded and swung on and missed, and Von Ruden is down on strikes. Max Storley will be the batter now. 2 outs. Bases full. Set by Stalker. And the pitch. Inside. Wilson off of second. Wilson off of third rather. Pitts off of second. And Barron off of first. Storley at home. That one bounces almost in the grass in front of the plate. Skips all the way to the back corner. Nobody moving at all on that one. Miller maybe a little frustration. Fired that one back to Stalker. Miller's had a good but a very difficult day behind the plate. A lot of pitches in the dirt and been all over the place. That one's going to be in the dirt on the outside corner. And it'd be a 3-0 count now to the number 9 batter, Max Storley. And the pitch going to be in the dirt. And the walk brings home a run. Hunter Kellish, who took over for Griffin Steele in the third inning, struck out in his at-bat, but stayed in the ball game and played center, cut on and missed on that one. Kind of a half swing, didn't really want to commit to that one. Tapper out towards first base. Glove there by Reamer. And Kellish is out on the 3 unassisted. That'll be the third out of the inning. We go to the bottom, or the top of the fifth, rather. Move to the 5th inning of play. 17-1 is the score as the Jaguars put 2 runs on the board on 2 hits, and lead it 17-1. Here on WCMP Online in Hinckley.
Minnesota. It's home. Hot summers at the lake, beautiful falls, snowy winters, and rainy springs. We experience it all. Make sure you're ready to handle whatever this state throws at you with help from Minnesota Equipment in Isani. Minnesota Equipment carries brands you love, like John Deere, Steel, Toro, Gravely zero-turn mowers, and Aaron snowblowers. Their helpful staff can not only get you the equipment you need, but can help you maintain it so it will last. Plus, they carry a full line of farm equipment. Minnesota Equipment in Isani. Online at minnesotaequipment.com.
Are you interested in a technical degree that can quickly help you land your dream career? Or maybe you've always dreamed of going to a 4-year college, but you'd like to start close to home. Either way, Pine Technical and Community College has you covered. PTCC offers more than 50 degrees in hot fields like healthcare information technology, advanced manufacturing, and business. PTCC is now accepting applications. Financial aid may be available. Online at pine.edu. Starting out or starting over, find your future at Pine Technical and Community College.
WCMP Online, Andy Beckstrom on hand here in Hinckley as the Jaguars are trying to sort out who's on the field now at this point. Pitts has taken over in right. Infield appears to be pretty much the same, but they weren't sure who was going to be in left. Brady Johnson was still on the bench, and I think it's going to be Trey Visser that will take over in left. So a full new outfield. Left to right, it's going to be Visser, Knutson, and Pitts, or Kellish, rather. As we move our way to the top of the 5th inning. Last opportunity now, 17-1. Emilio Merrill will be the batter, the number 8 batter. 8, 9, and 1 are the scheduled hitters. Merrill is going to tap that one towards first. And Wilson gloves it. Can't make the play. He was already waving off Perotti and maybe took his eye off the ball a little bit. That'll bring up Derek Smith. 17-1. The Huskies need to come up with 7 runs to be able to just get it to a 9-run ball game to be able to keep going. As a strike is called through Smith. And that one's going to be in the dirt. Dug out nicely. And the pitch by Perotti swung on and missed. Merrill takes his lead off of first, set by Perotti. And Tapper foul. Smith stays alive. And now this one's going to come back to the backstop, and Merrill move up to second. So Merrill on at second now with Smith, the batter. And the pitch swung on and missed, and Smith is down on strikes for the first out. Strikeout number 6 for Jacob Perotti, who's in line for the win. Reese Risvold will be the batter for the Huskies, the second baseman. Merrill takes his lead off a second. Perotti with the set and throws it almost behind him. Sent by Perotti. And the pitch swung on and missed. Evens count 1-1 with 1 out and 1 on in the 5th inning. Last opportunity for the Huskies to try to put together a little bit of a rally. That one's going to be shot towards short. Gloved there by Storley. And his throw is not in time. As Risvold able to reach. Risvold reaches on an infield single. It's kind of on the backhand side of Storley, so a long throw. Such a tough play to be able to be made by a shortstop, really at almost any level. So now runners first and third with Jacob Gallion, the batter. Gallion led things off with a single, stole second, stole third, and then came home to score on a tapper that should have been an out that ended up being an error, but regardless, defensive indifference to the run scoring. And a strike called for An 0-1 start now to Gallion. Struck out in his last at-bat looking. He's 1 of 2. Daniel Miller, the catcher, awaits on deck. Runner goes, and they throw down to second, and they got him. Grice put it right on out at second, and Storley came across and put the tag on. So Grice with the throw out as Risvold is caught stealing, and now with 2 outs, the Huskies are down to their final out. Nice stop by Grice on that one. Gallion faces now a 2-strike count. That one's going to be flipped towards right field. It's going to be back of Wilson. It's going to drop. Foul, though. Just foul. Just wide of the line. So Wilson maybe dodges a bullet on that one, but so does Gallion, as it was just wide of the plate and not catchable. Two strikes, 2 outs, and the pitch going to be in the dirt. Evens count at 2-2. Merrill on at third, trying to be able to get home to be the second run for the Huskies. Pitch to Gallion, swung on and missed, and that'll be the ball game. Strikeout swinging ends things. We'll come back and we'll wrap things up on a 17-1 victory by the Hinckley-Finlayson Jaguars. We return on WCMP Online.
If you've been injured in an auto accident or have sustained other personal injury, you don't have to leave town to get good representation. Spear and Swanson attorneys at law in Pine City are experienced and will work on your case with no fee until they get you money. They also handle divorce and custody cases, criminal defense, including DWI and other legal matters. Spear and Swanson is your local law firm that cares about you. So if you need legal representation or advice, call 320-629-7586. Spear and Swanson, attorneys at law in Pine City.
Wellia Health offers sports medicine services at all our campuses in Mora, Pine City, and Hinckley. Dr. Mullen and his team treat a full range of sports injuries for all athletes at any level of competition. If you are injured, we want to help you return to the game as quickly and as safely as possible, providing the sports medicine care you need when you need it to help you live life well with Wellia Health. Call 320-679-1313 to schedule for any location.
WCMP Online, Andy Beckstrom here to wrap things up on a 17-1 victory by the Hinckley-Finlayson Jaguars. They get the win over the top of the Isle Huskies. Huskies did start things out nicely in the first inning as Gallion reached on a single, stole second, and then stole third, and came home to score on a essentially fielder's choice against him. It ended up being an error ultimately, but they were not going to try to throw after him, so he comes home to score to make it a 1-0 game. Isle led right out of the gate, but Hinckley followed up with 4 runs in the bottom of the first, 9 runs in the second as 14 Jaguars went to the plate. They got 2 apiece in the third and fourth inning for the 17 runs. Isle gets the 1 run on 3 hits. They committed 6 errors in the field. The Jaguars, 17 runs on 13 hits. They committed 2 errors in the field of play. Your losing pitcher for today's game is going to be TJ Reamer. Jacob Perotti for the Jaguars gets the win. With the loss, the Isle Huskies go to 3-13 on the year, 1-9 in conference play. Their next matchup will be home on Wednesday against St. John's Prep, with a East Central makeup on the schedule to be determined. And the Hinckley-Finlayson Jaguars, with the victory, go to 13-4, 9-1 in conference play, with their final game of the season on Friday against the East Central Eagles. Hope you enjoyed today's ball game, a 17-1 victory by the Hinckley-Finlayson Jaguars over the top of the Isle Huskies. And until next time on WCMP, have a good night, everybody.